Welcome to the Behind the Board on production techniques, where we're going to talk about rhythm guitar and bass. We won't talk about leads or anything like that yet. Let's just get the basics on rhythm guitar and bass. So on this song, we started off with the intro. Right at the intro portion, should be marked in your markers. Right at the intro portion right here, you'll see that there's one guitar. It's panned pretty hard to the right. A hard right would be 100%, but this is pretty hard. It's at 82% to the right. And our guitar left at 82% to the left. Right around those areas is where I like to be, between probably 78 and 86. I like to pan. I like to pan pretty hard, but not fully. Some people like to keep it a little bit tighter. I think it's exciting when things are going left and right and speakers are opening up and just hitting together hard and filling up that space when we get to like a chorus or something like that. So let's just quickly walk through how we do this. So we start off on this right guitar alone, and you'll see that it's coming out mostly the right, and your left speaker is pretty empty. Can't wait to be filled up with some room. Okay, so we can't wait to fill up that room because all we have going on is that one thing. It's not too big, it's not too in our face, but it's about to get real big because we're going to bring in guitar left, which is panned to the left and should really slam us in the face here when that comes in, because it'll fill up all that empty room. Plus we have the bass coming in, plus we have the drums coming in, so it should be pretty massive going from one to the other. You'll get a dynamic change without changing anything on these faders. You don't have to make any volume change at all. I'm not a big fan of doing a lot of fader volume changes throughout the song, so I like to make the song kind of speak for itself, have its own dynamics. So let's take a listen on how this works. So it just got way bigger for us, the way it filled up that left speaker and brought everything in at the same time there. So let's see what happens next. We're going to move to the verse, and we want to dump out some of our dynamics for the verse. We want to go a little bit lower so that there's room for the vocal and this verse here. So we're going ahead and getting the dynamics down quite a bit. It's much lower. And the way we're doing that is only by dropping out the guitar left. So we're opening that speaker back up. It's going to get filled up a bit with the drums, a bit with the bass, but it's going to be pretty open. And we're chopping a bit more now. In the intro section, you can see that everywhere, if you zoom in there, is filled up with hits, scratches, everything like that. And now we make our way into the verse, and we have empty spaces. So we're letting it breathe a little more. Let's take a listen what's going on there. So a lot of breathing room, and that's good for the singer because he has a lot of room to sing and be on top of everything else. So that's what I like to do on verses, is bring the dynamic down a bit. I'm going to zoom out and take a look at what happens next. Next, we're going to the pre-chorus. In the pre-chorus, we're going to lose dynamic quite a bit for this song. That's how it was written. So we wound up leaving out guitar left. I usually leave out guitar left on pre-choruses, maybe fill it in with a lead or something. We'll get to that later. And then we're going to hit the chorus, and we want that to be massive. So we brought in the guitar left again, and that's pretty much how you structure these rhythm tracks. Take a quick listen there. There you go. So we got it much bigger by the time we hit that chorus. Everything comes in together. All the drums were done right. We crashed, we changed cymbals, and these guitars are coming in real nice. So a very similar thing you want to do to the bass here. You want to make sure that the bass fills up all the bottom end it can when you're hitting big choruses. So in the verse, I'm letting things breathe. Like right here, there's no bass. There's no bass. But we get to this chorus, there's bass everywhere. He's going ahead, he's playing right through that, so we don't lose bass anywhere. Again, this is a rule that can be broken if there's a groove, if it's funk, if it's a different style. Really cool. You could go ahead, change it, do something different, but this is just general rules. So those are general guidelines I like to follow when I'm producing rhythm guitars and bass. So thanks for being with me on this one, and I hope to see you on the next one.